Welcome to another episode of Hobby Nonsense. It is your boys, Sports Boy and Solar Ray. How are you, Solar Ray?
I'm doing well, Jesse. How are you?
I'm doing so good. I'm doing so good.
I'm across the table from Jesse.
Yes, you are.
J. Crew Jesse. He has what looks to be it's a pink long sleeve shirt that he has wrapped around his neck like a sweater.
This is how the cool kids are wearing them. I saw in a video from 1980s. And this is how they wore.
Dude, that's like upscale, high class. Okay.
Are you telling me I'm not upscale high class?
Okay, so
what the heck, bro? This is how we start the show? I hear this now?
You are.
After all these years?
Listen, Jesse is like low-key very wealthy.
Oh, yeah, right.
Here's the thing. We all knew that he
not wealthy.
We all knew that he grew up with a above ground pool.
Okay, first off.
And he drove a red Cadillac in high school.
Okay. By all accounts, I see why you're saying it. But there's no.
I didn't even have a car or a pool.
When did you get your first car?
I was like in college.
Were you?
Yeah.
What was your first car?
It was a 1999 Dodge Durango.
Dodge Durango. Let me ask you: did you ever spend $2,000 on anything before that car?
No.
You didn't? Okay, dang. Did you ever spend $500 on anything before that car?
No way, dude.
Like a PlayStation or anything?
Nothing like that.
Dang. I was really going to hopefully.
No, nothing.
I was gonna get a gotcha in there. Because
dude.
My truck, I had a red truck in the last year of high school. That was a $500 truck. So
yeah,
I was going to say, you could have just gone and bought one.
Well,
but, dude. And that Cadillac, by the way, that was granted. My mom did give it to me, but it was only $2,000. So not to say that's not a lot of money for a lot of people, but it was a Cadillac. We got a good deal.
When I bought my wife's engagement ring, it was like the most expensive thing that I purchased, like at that moment.
How much is it?
Dude, it wasn't even like a lot. It was probably like $3,000.
Spent more than I did.
But you know what I mean? It's like, dude, where am I gonna?
Yeah.
And $3,000, it might as well have been like $1 million. You
want to talk about a scam? Talk about like the diamond market.
Oh, don't let me get into that,
bro. The diamond market is a scam, bro. What
you know?
Not
what
worried about that right now?
You know what else is a scam?
Tell me.
PSA.
Oh my god, dude! I told you
that.
I said
that.
You know what?
Transition. That segue.
It was. You know what? At least you used one, and I can appreciate that.
Segway.
Yes,
not
the two-wheeled vehicle. Did you know the inventor of Segway died by going off of a cliff
on a Segway?
On a Segway, yeah.
Do you remember those hover around commercials when they went to the Grand Canyon?
I do remember those. I wonder if he was trying that. He was like filming a commercial.
Hover around.
We have to go back to your Segway. We segued and then we totally flopped that Segway. Welcome to the show, everybody. The PSA thing that Ray is talking about. Do you want me to recap or do you want to?
You recap. You're a better recapper.
I was off my game on the SCN pod today.
Why?
I recapped it on there, and I was like all over the place. It didn't sound good.
On. So
let me just.
Do you want me to recap, or do you want me?
I would like to redeem myself with this recap. Right. So real quick,
maybe you were a little thirsty. Maybe your thirst was not as quenched.
I'm telling
with
you,
a little like vegetable
fruit combination.
Yeah, maybe a vegetable citrus combination.
Pepino limon.
Yeah,
is that what we're talking about? A little Gatorade. Is that French? That was a French accent, by the way. Ray,
you look French.
For all of those who, yeah, I do. I've got a real French look going about me today. For all those who are not watching the YouTube version of the video, I don't even know if I kind of liked your idea of like just not mentioning the fact of what's happening.
Well, let's just cut it out.
All right, you know what? We're just not. Never mind. I don't want to cut it out. I'm just not going to mention it. You have to see what's happening on YouTube if you actually care about this. All right, so here's the PSA. Issue. Essentially, there was a gentleman who sent in several Pikachu cards. Do you know the specific ones?
No, it was a Pikachu Zekrom card from Tag Team.
Thank you. So he sent these cards in to get graded. Obviously hoping for some 10s. Comes back, looks like a lot of 9s.
Which is mostly the case.
From what I hear, there may have been a request to double check this because he felt like they should have been 9s.
Is that what it was? Because I did not hear that.
Well, I heard this from the back end. I heard this from the back end.
Not the front end, but the back end?
I heard this from the PSA peeps. So you
have direct have direct contact with people from PSA.
Yes.
Is this breaking news? Well,
no,
I guess
no, because we basically already talked about it on the other one. Well, if you don't listen to any other pod, then it's breaking news for you. Essentially, this is the case. They offered them amount of money that was based on PSA 9s. That person accepted that offer.
Okay.
However, because they had, I guess, said, hey, you know, I want to double check this, it kind of got ran up the flagpole.
Who said they wanted to double check that?
The customer, it sounds like, wanted to double check those 9s if they were actually 9s. He felt like they should have been 10s. Now,
well, isn't that everybody?
Yeah, but
like if I submit a card and they come back and they're like, I think they should have been 10s.
So the grader, apparently, this is what we're told too, that every card has 2 people that just double check it, like they confirm if the grade is the grade.
How many people look at the card?
2. That's what it sounds
total.
like. Two individuals.
So like one person and does the initial grading process, and then another person that's probably been there a little more seasoned.
Yeah, signs off on it. Okay. So in the time where that process was happening, so whether or not
that
they actually
help
asked,
the case that 2 people.
Hang on. You gotta let me finish. So in that time where they have said, hey, you got 9s, but it's going to be double checked. Someone else is double checking it. They got an offer for those 9s. The problem is they should never have gotten that offer until the grade was finalized. They should never even show the grades until it's finalized. That is an issue. Obviously, that's an issue. What happened is they accepted that offer, and then it came back as, we did double check.
I have so many.
And it is a 10. Hang on, you can.
I know. I'm waiting.
So after it was confirmed it was a 10, they pulled back those offers. They said this is something, since they've just started taking in these, starting the ability to make offers on cards for sale. This is something that's relatively new, and it has not happened, at least to our knowledge, up until now. And so they are going to fix the practice of no offers will be done until grades are finalized going forward. But that offer also was not PSA. They don't get the card. They don't make any money if it's a 9 or a 10. There's no difference there. I mean, there's fees involved, so they make money there. But again, it doesn't matter what the grade is. They are basically a middleman for the people who are wanting these cards. So these offers are based on other people who are in demand for the card. So at the end of the day, they wouldn't benefit either way. They also kind of, I brought this up on the other part too. It's like, why use the exact same cert number? Because the certification number was the same. If you were actually doing this to, take advantage of people, you would make some changes to try and hide your tracks, not just make it very blatantly obvious. So, and also there's the point of no one else has come forward with any other examples of this happening to them as well. So ultimately, it sounds like some bad practices were in play. They had some things where grade or offers were able to be made before grades were finalized, and that will be changed, I guess, going forward.
Okay, so
now ask your questions.
When I submit a batch of cards to PSA,
mm-hmm.
and it goes through the process, it's like, I can't remember, like research, and then it's slabbing, and then the grades are revealed.
Mm-hmm.
So are you telling me that when the grades are revealed to me, that is not the final PSA grade after the card has been already slabbed and a grade has been issued to that card?
So usually yes, but apparently if there's some questioning of it, this was us seeing a customer complaining about their grades, flagging it for a senior grader to review, and then making sure the grades were accurate. So they're saying that there was a comment about the grades, that they didn't feel that they were accurate because, again, apparently it was finalized, quote unquote. They're saying, but now that this has become such an issue, honestly, it's going to be a bad thing, I think, for everybody else, because I think they may go to a point where once the grade's the grade, it's final. No ifs, ands, or buts. We're not going to double check it.
I always thought that was the case. I did not know that I could complain to PSA and say, hey, make sure to double check this. I really do think it's a 10. Sir.
I'm going to tell you, it probably is going to go away. And I don't know how often it is the case. And it may only be the case when it's like even the grader is like, well, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know how that gets through to the next level. But apparently that's what the status was that in this situation, it was already sent up. But at the same time, the people that send out offers, they saw, oh, well, we already know what the grade is, so we're going to send them off the offer for those cards.
I'm going to be biased here.
Mm-hmm.
Not only is PSA, I think that PSA kind of screwed the pooch or whatever the saying is on that. But then the person that has the card, why would you accept the offer if you knew that it was being reviewed?
I don't know if they.
It's so dumb.
I honestly don't know if they knew for a fact that it was being reviewed. My thinking is that they put up a fuss and then they didn't get told anything else. But on the back end,
classic PSA.
I mean, like, I would feel like that's a lot of businesses because you don't want to be like, hey, we're going to double check it. Oh, by the way, we didn't change it. It's the same. Like, I wouldn't say anything until we found out what the result was.
How would you even know that they're checking it or not? If they
that's what I mean.
Stay the same. It's so.
I don't think dumb. I think in a lot of cases when they do double check it, it's probably left the same. So they don't want to get people's hopes up and be like, oh yeah, we're double checking. By the way, we double checked. It's staying the same.
10.
Yeah,
or still a 9 or whatever.
Exactly. So that's.
I do have
that's why I think it's a very overblown because yes, it did point out like some operational issues, and that is a problem that PSA also acknowledges. And Nat Turner put out some comments on Twitter about this exact same thing. At this point, though,
who's Nat Turner?
Nat Turner's like the president of Collectors, like the parent company of PSA. So, but at this point, it's not a system of abuse that I'm seeing. I'm seeing a mistake that was made and them rectifying that mistake.
It looks bad on PSA also, knowing that they're reviewing a card. And I know, we all know it's a human looking at a card.
Yeah.
Knowing that it gave it a 9 and then it gave it a 10. Like, that doesn't make me feel good that.
Yeah, but this is like, this shouldn't be here's the thing. If people have a problem with that, you should have already had that problem.
Yeah.
That's always been like,
I agree, but it doesn't help.
It doesn't help. Sure.
Yeah, I agree to your point. And my other question is, you were saying that PSA isn't submitting these offers for the buybacks and they're selling them to a third party.
Well, they're submitting the offers, but it's not their money.
It's not their money.
They're like the middleman.
The third party. Do we know who all the third parties are? I'm sure GameStop is one of them.
Yeah, probably. I would say since they resell cards on their sites and repacks
now they have
and things like
the
that.
power packs.
But other than that, I'm sure there's no list out there that we would have access to, and I don't think if we asked them, they would give that information.
Gotcha. Have you done any of the new GameStop power packs?
No.
They were in beta. You got to sign up to get like access
talking about
to
some
it.
Hate. I've heard some hate on those things.
Well, that's why I wanted to see if maybe we can, throw some money at it and see what we get compared to
one of those packs.
Well,
I'm as a podcast that is about to join the SCN network in a way. We're still very independent, but as there may be an Arena Club sponsorship coming. I don't know.
For sure. But more of a reason why people would go with Arena Club than any other.
You know what? It's not finalized yet. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's get some packs and find out what it is.
Well, we have to.
Are they physical packs that you have to actually buy them in person? It's not like
some of them are. Some of them are. They're like Arena Club. They're
like on Arena Club, packs. I get it. Oh, it is a digital, so I get like an instant buyback offer if I don't like it. Okay, well, that's good to know. All right, so that's PSA. We've done it. We've hit it.
We hit it, baby.
Tory from DC Sports is going to come on and join us for just a minute. I don't think he's ever actually been on this podcast, but what's fun about this is there's a fun thing that we're going to be doing for a release that comes out very shortly. I'll let him tell us more about that here in a moment when he joins. But before then, at the end of this podcast today, we have had, we were very fortunate. Upper Deck sent us a box of Batman Metal Universe, the hobby box of Batman Metal Universe.
Is that how it comes? And that
for us, it did. I've never seen really any other boxes like this.
So this would be like an influencer box.
Well, I mean, could be.
Is there extra stuff in there, like underwear or?
There's a very
Batman
kind
soap?
card in there. It says Hobby Nonsense. We are so excited for you to experience Gotham City's Cape Crusaders in the all-new Skybox Metal Universe Batman. Check out the legendary heroes and villains while hunting for jambalayas and PMGs. We can't wait to see what you pull, and don't forget to tag us at Upper Deck Entertainment. Signed Upper Deck Entertainment. Here's what's kind of amazing.
Is that a handwritten
That's
letter?
a handwritten card. It's a handwritten card. That's actually
really cool.
Shout out to the
secretary that wrote that.
So I'm saying all this because at the end of this video, we are going to film, or at the end of this podcast, we're going to film us opening this box.
Yeah.
This is going to go up on our YouTube. We're not going to record us ripping it on the audio version of this podcast because
great content.
Why? Why do that? You can't see it. But that being said, we are going to give this box, all the cards in this box away. One of you is going to get all the cards that come out of this box. All you will have to do is when you watch this video on YouTube, you watch this section of the podcast, we are going to just have you put your favorite, I'm going to just say character. I think we said villain, but we want you to put your favorite character in the YouTube comments, and we will randomize.
Favorite Batman character.
Batman character. So thank you. We don't want Popeye in there, but favorite Batman character, and whoever gets randomized will be given all the cards. So hopefully we pull something very big to give away.
Who owns the IP to Popeye?
That's a question that I don't have the.
Isn't there like a recent Popeye movie that's being made currently?
I don't. The last one I know of is like with
Robin Williams.
Williams, yeah. I mean, is Popeye even relevant anymore? Do people even know? Do the kids these days, who are 6 and 7s, do they know anything about Popeyes?
I used to work with a girl that she was really skinny. I called her Olive Oil.
I get that reference as someone who's seen Popeye before. He also was a sailor man, and he loved spinach. So that's about all the Popeye references I have for us. Our guest is actually here now, Mr. Tory Hermens from DC Sports. I'm going to go ahead and bring him on with us. Tory Hermens of DCSports87 has joined the podcast. How the heck are you, Tory?
Doing wonderfully. And yourself, you're looking very, very dapper today, Jess. You got like the thing around the neck. I feel like you're like, I don't know, you're at like some fancy tea party somewhere or something.
J. Crew Gibson today. J. Crew Jesse.
Ray, we're not going to cut off our guests. Remember that.
I'm sorry.
Remember that.
No, for that, I am for. J. Crew Jesse it is.
Thank you for noticing how handsome I am. Tory, welcome to the show. Welcome to Hobby Nonsense. This is your first time being on this podcast. You'll notice it's probably going to be very similar to what you're used to, but probably less sports references. I'm going to say not none, but less.
Yeah, I will say, while DC Sports does sponsor this show, this is not the first time I've been on this show. So your memory's failing you a little bit. It's the first time. It's the first time I've been on with Ray. So maybe the first time in this version of the show. But
Okay,
Didn't
well
he
then
call
let's
in
call
one,
that.
like legitimately call in?
Well, here's the thing. I am basing what I said off of a conversation I had with him last week. But now that he's saying that, I was actually thinking he had been. I feel relieved, but now it doesn't matter. I was wrong. You were right. Tory, thank you for coming back on the show. How are you? I feel like this is the first time I've ever seen you in a hoodie. What's going on? Is it casual
he's
day?
usually a collar fella.
Yeah, there's the collar. The collar's there, but it's very cold outside. It's snowing. It's now sleeting. We sent some of the office home early because we've got a couple inches and it's pretty nasty out there. But yeah, just staying warm. That's all.
Well, you probably don't have as much to do right now because you basically sold out of all your inventory out of the auctions you guys were dominating this weekend. That's my guess.
Yeah, they were good. We had a great night Friday. Did like 260,000 almost in singles, and
which
then
is a
we were
record,
back
I
at
was
it.
told.
It was. We had the top 3 highest selling card sales on eBay Live yet, and then the highest stream so far. We were getting back at it Saturday, and unfortunately, Mr. Geo was quite ill. I got to step in and play host for the evening, but we had a good time. Went very well. Yeah, it was a blast.
I heard you also dominated just yourself. That's pretty awesome.
I did not hear that, but I didn't screw up. So if that's what we're calling dominating, I'll live with it.
That was what Michael told me. He may have just been trying to cover for his
What was wrong with Mike?
tummy. He pretended he was sick. He was just faking it, though.
I saw him. He was very sick. I believe he left Virginia about 10 pounds lighter than he got here. So not good. He told me, so I'm taking his word for it. Yes. So I feel like usually I come on whether it's going with somebody else or the SDN podcast and we're like asking me questions, I'm there to present something. I would like to ask you questions today. So this is not a game. This is more a share your opinions and educate someone like me who's heavily sport and less heavily non-sport. So first we can talk about the Topps Pokemon coming out, if you guys would like to start there.
It's not happening.
This is great.
Too
Thank
soon.
you.
Too soon.
Nice trolling already. It feels good.
What are your thoughts on that, Tori? I want to know your.
Okay, all I know about it is from the last episode that I listened to. I have nothing else to offer there, so I really don't have any original thoughts to share, I'm afraid.
Roast it in the comments, and guys,
there were some people who agreed with you.
I have not changed my perspective on it, and everyone that is different from mine is completely wrong.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yes. So yeah, let me ask you guys a few of these, and then yes, we do have an offer, promotion, fun thing to talk about. So my number one biggest non-sports card pet peeve, and I would love one of you to offer me an explanation to this. Why do no Star Wars cards have a year on the back?
Okay. I actually find this to be kind of annoying myself.
As do I.
But it's not, I don't think it's no Star Wars cards, because I feel like maybe this year I could have sworn I started seeing like a 2025 on there. I could be wrong.
I just know for the last 2 or 3 years, we'll like get a card in, and especially when it's say a sketch or maybe a masterwork card, and year over year they look fairly similar. And we'll want to be sure we get the right year on the title, and you flip it over and there's nothing there to help you. And it has frustrated me for years.
I'm going to totally agree with you that is something I want them to change. I don't think they even do that for Disney. I think Disney has a year on there, but it is something specific to Star Wars not having years. I don't know why, and I'm guessing maybe it hasn't been brought enough attention has been brought to it. So let's start that right now. This conversation is going to help change 2026 Star Wars. It will have a year.
Okay, there we are. All right, that's good enough for now.
Thank you for saying something.
We're increasing awareness. That's all we're doing.
And that's been like that throughout the years, even the vintage stuff, or just the modern?
Not the vintage, like the 1977 stuff. I'm pretty sure that has years on the back.
I think you're right. Yeah, I think this is like the last 5 years or so. Like everything, 2020 to now, and you flip it over, and there's just it's like the Star Wars copyright, but not the year any other set or product would have.
Well, and what's also kind of upsetting is like when it's like a Star Wars, well, I guess Galaxy has like a note on the front, but sometimes it's like it'll say Topps Chrome on there, but it'll actually be another Star Wars product line that does not help you as the reseller to actually know how to list it exactly. Right. I feel for you, and I'm here to promote change. By the way, I did finally find a 2025 Topps Chrome Star Wars card, and it's still the same issue. Still not happening in 2025 either. So there you go.
Okay. Well, my grievance continues.
Yes.
All right. Here's my next one. I would like to discuss sketch cards.
Oh, please and thank you.
I have a question for you both about sketch cards.
Okay.
When it comes to sketch cards, let's say you hit one. Mm-hmm. If you look at the artist, the character, and the quality of the sketch, how would you rank those in terms of importance to the card's value? Just value. Just you're going to turn around and sell it. Where do those matter most?
I already have my answer.
So artist, character, and then you said artwork?
Yeah, I'm just saying. So like the artist, the character, and the quality. Because, some of these feel like very kind of basic black and white. And then you get another that's like full color, incredible, intricate detail. And so, yes, I'm wondering how you prioritize those strictly in monetary value, not your personal preference.
Actually, you already have an answer. I would like to hear yours.
That's easy.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be character, quality of the sketch, and then the artist.
That's how you would judge based on pricing alone. Okay.
Yeah. Unless a big artist starts doing sketch cards. Like I know that David Chow, a popular artist, is now sketching on top of sports cards and non-sports cards.
I've seen that.
That if any of one of his sketches, he became like a millionaire by like drawing a mural for Facebook early on.
Oh, I've seen that guy. Yeah, so he's doing that on cards now?
On cards now.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
But so I think just for himself, but if a famous artist were to do a sketch card, not saying that all artists that are doing them now aren't famous, but someone that has like a really big name, that would probably be different. But that's what I would be. Character, quality of the sketch, and then the artist.
Here's the thing. This is This is such a non-sport answer that I'm going to give you. It depends. And that's what it always comes down to with non-sport in my mind, because one, he's right. Like if it was Banksy who did a stick figure drawing, yeah. Banksy's going to go ahead and demand the highest sketch card premium ever. But that's most of the time not the case. So I would go, what is the most common would probably be actually, I want to say artist over character.
Really?
Character over quality. I do think that is big, but like if it's a character, black and white, call it Anakin Skywalker or Darth Vader. So it's a black and white Darth Vader, but you have a full color, like, and it's acrylic and all this of BB-8. I think like a BB-8 could still outsell if it's
Yeah. So I was assuming. I'll say I was assuming artist was going to be last of these three. I was really curious between the other two, which was the primary factor, and it sounds like maybe it could go either way, maybe not.
Honestly, I do think it is most of the time character. So if we're doing this on the law of large numbers, what is it most of the time? I would say character, quality, artist. But there's always going to be a caveat.
What seems to be the case on the cards that you put up for consignment?
Oh yeah, have you noticed?
Yeah, now I get the consignment, it depends answer. I would say that I agree with that take on it for the most part, except for kind of what Jesse said, where every now and then I will see a character that admittedly I sometimes don't even know, but it is a incredibly detailed, full color, just like gorgeous sketch. One of those ones that basically looks like a photograph. And I'll see that sell for just it's an outlier in terms of price. Like it'll go really high, which made me wonder, is it quality or is it character? And it sounds like we're all agreeing it is by rule character, but perhaps there could be some edge cases when something is just blows you away.
Absolutely. Yeah, I do think that's the case. In fact, I'm looking right now at like some Darth Sidious sketch, which is a pretty big villain in the Star Wars universe, but it's a black and white and it's sold for $50. And then I'm seeing a Babu Frick, which is like some weird in the more recent Star Wars lineup of movies. It's like some weird character. But it's got a lot of color. It's got a lot of detail, and it's sold for $100. So obviously, I think it all just depends on that
Put
situation.
some respect on Babu.
I'm sorry, Babu. We love you, just not as much.
Put some respect on his name. All right, two more quick ones, and then we'll get on to our little promotional thing. So I feel like, and I know you guys have talked about this. I've even heard this mentioned on SCN and other places, but the non-sport sport crossover products are often just like insert sets getting popped in. So I'm curious, one, you guys' general thoughts on it, and two, as people who have insight into both the sports and non-sport sports collectibles worlds, where does the crossover happen more? Are we bringing more non-sport collectors to have an interest in sports, or sport collectors to have an interest in non-sports? And the floor is yours to talk.
Okay, I first off, I really like that question because I haven't actually given it a ton of thought from the latter part of that question. Go ahead. What were your thoughts?
I have a lot to say about this story because, like I said before in prior podcasts, I'm boots on the ground here. I'm going to these non-sports Pokemon shows, unlike my counterpart here, and I have seen over the years these degenerate sports card collectors seep their way into non-sports TCG world only because that is where the money is. And they couldn't name 10 Pokemon if they threw Pokeballs at their head. I'm trying to be nice. But yeah, I have an issue with that. And I think that overall these companies are trying to get in by seeing the alternate beast cards that are Topps is putting out now, and seeing all the magma. I don't know, mangas, all the Magna cards out there, and just seeing it's a lot. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to say that I don't like it, but I don't like seeing the hobby that I grew up with, and it's very close to my heart, be like a money thing that all these sports crypto bros are trying to get into.
Okay. I appreciate the passion of that comment
because
I do. I had no idea I was touching such a sensitive spot here. We
and
got
I went to
reaction from Ray on this one.
I went to a Pokemon show 2 weeks ago in Franklin, and it was only Pokemon TCG. You know, there was some One Piece, and it was such a different vibe than like say like the National or the Lighthouse show that we have every other weeks. And it's so much different.
Like
and
as far
so
as like
much
positivity,
like the
or what are we
vibe, like everyone's there for the same reason. No one's really like
it's less money, maybe more less corporate feeling.
Yeah, it's like there's a different vibe. There is such a different vibe.
I can agree with that. I would say for the guys I know who have crossed, if I talk to a non-sport person traditionally who ventures into sports, they're probably going to say something like, well, I grew up interested in baseball, so I'm going to try baseball cards. Or I grew up a Yankees fan, so I'm kind of dabbling in Yankees collecting. If I go the other way, the guy who is a lifelong sports guy who goes into TCG, it's often something like, I don't really know who that Pokemon is, but I know I can buy it 50 raw, and if I get it to 10, I can get 150 out of it. Like it's far more transactional. So to Ray's point, I can understand that take on it.
At that point,
yeah,
it could be, you know, like a stock or a crypto or I don't know, tulips.
Here's my thinking is that as far as the aspect of, are we bringing more sports fans into non-sports, or are we bringing more non-sport fans into sports? I think it is far and away more sports fans into non-sports.
I agree.
Because I think it's like, what is the thing that's attracting the sports fan to the non-sport? Well, they saw something fun, they saw something cool, and or it could be the money as well. But besides just the money, they know like, oh, there's like something from my childhood that I appreciate, or something I really like, that because almost every sport fan, that's not their only source of entertainment. They also like cartoons as a kid. They probably all watch Power Rangers. They all watch some superhero show, you know? So it's like, oh, there's that's tying them to it. Whereas a non-sport person who's never been into sports, I don't think all of a sudden they're going to see the Paul Skeens GPK insert and be like, oh man, I got to go watch baseball. You know, like I don't know if that's really happening all that often.
Yeah. We don't draw them into the sport ball enough by doing that, I suppose. So yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Yep. All right. My last question is in relation to checklist depth. And here's the reason I ask, because Jesse, you and I were talking recently about Galaxy coming out. We'll talk more about that in a minute. And I know you said something to me about how Galaxy is a cool product because it sounded like for some of the like really deep, I think we can call them nerds, and we're not being offensive, the really deep Star Wars nerds, there's like the deep checklist. You get a little bit of everything. You can dive into it. I feel like in sports, I often like the checklist to be very shallow because I don't want all the rookie relief pitchers who have thrown 3 innings in their life and their cards are worth 84 cents to be in there. I want notable names and legends and things like that. And so sometimes the checklist gets too deep and it almost like waters down the ROI on the product. And on the non-sport side, I could see the same argument being made, but then in other times I'll hear people talk about how they really, really like Marvel and Disney and Star Wars to go super deep because they've got, you know, their fandom for some characters there, and it's really cool to chase like parallels of somebody you don't see all the time. So I'm curious from you guys' standpoint, non-sports products only, would you rather be the highlights of the franchise and that's kind of it? So it's, you know, big names, but less depth. Or is it more fun to have like really, really deep pulls in the checklist?
I am going to go ahead and say I need something besides the main characters in my product, because if we only have the main characters, then eventually the cards are like, what's the point? Like that's all we're ever getting is like, oh, you got another Darth Vader card. Oh, then there's like another release next week, and then another one in a month from now, and then another one 6 weeks from now. Oh, Darth Vader again. Oh, and another Darth Vader. It's like, oh, okay. So you just got a bunch of the same exact character every single time. Whereas, yes, those characters will still be in there, but then you'll start incorporating another character to go along with it, as far as like, maybe it is like a C.O. Bibble from Star Wars, which is like one of these characters I feel like I've gotten the guy's autograph, whoever played this actor, so many times. And I'm just like, I'm so kind of over the C.O. Bibble character. But I also know for a fact that there's people out there who are collecting C.O. Bibble and the Lobots and the BB-8s that Some people are just not as obsessed with. And here's the thing, though. I also know there's a lot of weirdos who love athletes that I have never heard of, and I would venture to say even some of the biggest sports fans have never heard of. So I honestly do think you need to have some others besides the biggest names. The biggest names will always be the chase. They'll always be the names that bring people in, but you need a little bit extra in there, because if you're only ever getting the biggest characters, then it's like the sweet is not sweet without the bitter. Is that how it goes? The sweet is not as sweet. And that's why I feel like that's what you need to have. Like, I need somebody to not be a hit in order for my hits to seem even greater. That's my take.
I like that answer.
Okay.
I think to your point, Jesse, that I'm a kind of reel in professional wrestling cards on this one.
Oh, okay.
With, let's say the characters would be the wrestlers in this case. Some of the not as popular wrestlers, not the John Cenas or the Undertakers or the Rocks, but someone could be a fan of the Carmelo Hayes or the less known popular wrestlers that maybe had just gotten started wrestling and are just making their way. And it could be the same thing with like Star Wars or Marvel or Disney, the non-popular characters that people still collect because they have like a special place in their heart.
Yeah, I agree. And one other thing I was just thinking of too is like Jeff the Land Shark in the Marvel product. Like Jeff the Land Shark, I would dare say that most of us probably didn't know that character very well, if at all, before maybe the more recent Marvel Topps Chrome release. But Jeff the Land Shark ended up being one of the more popular and better selling characters in the set. And it's like, oh, okay, I wouldn't have thought much about it. But it's also, we always say like, well, you never know, like one of these athletes when it comes to sports cards, maybe they just go off. Maybe all of a sudden like they're performing well, they get traded to a good team, whatever the case may be, and their values start going up. The same thing can happen where like a character from the comics gets a show, which Jeff the Land Shark was on one of the Marvel TV shows, and then all of a sudden, he could be in a movie coming up, and then the value starts going up because there's more demand to see that character. So I do think there's a lot of overlap in the reasons why we would want to see some of these maybe not so hot or popular characters.
Yeah. No, very fair takes. And I would say to me, the only other element is the whole it depends that we can layer onto any question I ask. Some of it does come down to price, because what I also see people not like is you cannot charge $500 a box and have CO Bibble in 70% of the boxes. Like if you're going to charge a premium price, you need to anchor to your guaranteed hits, be those sketches or autos or whatever, where it is primarily relevant. Maybe not all the headlining characters, but they need to be relevant characters. So you're not paying up, and then you're hitting so many minor characters that feels watered down in like the breaking experience of it. But outside that, I get what you're saying. Yes. There's, It is not a coincidence or accident that I put my Galaxy-related checklist question at the end of my questions before we talk about this. So, yeah, I know we've done this some with a couple other products, but so for any of the people out there who break with breakers that we are partners with, Galaxy, we're doing a 95% payout floor. So appreciate you shouting out the recent rate changes we made. Fortunately, this will just come and trump those right after that. So anything that you get in a break, if you're breaking with Jesse or anybody else we work with, have them send it to us and we will pay out a minimum of 95% on it. So it doesn't matter if it sells for $1, $10, whatever. 95% is the floor. And then the other higher tiers, if it goes for over 1,000, you're going to get 96. If it goes for over 5,000, you get 97%. So you're getting a lot out. And as I always tell everybody, sell release week. Like I think we usually see that pan out pretty well for people. So I am not going to stand in the way of anyone's PC projects, sets they're building. Do your thing, enjoy the hobby and enjoy it your way. But if you are selling, this is at least a way to get absolute max dollar back rather than selling it yourself for 87% the next week. Sell it right away. So yeah, that's the deal.
Sports87, consigner to the stars, as they're popularly known. I'm going to ask you this, and if the answer is no, then I'll just have it cut in the final edit. But remember that thing we talked about with the haystack thing? If like I happen to pull like a really big card, is that an option or no?
Yes, that will require some conversation offline, but yes.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just throw this out there. And this is if it happens, we're going to just double check. And by the time I'm breaking on Wednesday, I will have a final answer for you. But so Haystack, if you don't know, it's a very cool apparatus that allows you to take some of the best quality pictures of your cards.
Do my best Vanna White here for you.
Oh, and there you go. And if you're watching the YouTube version, you can see exactly what it looks like. I was very, very kindly given one of these. The Android version of the app took a little bit longer to come out, so it just now got to me this last week. With the day I got it, between the day I got it and the next 24 hours after that, I photographed and uploaded, I think it was like 50 cards. It is so useful. I can't say enough positive things. In fact, I went out of my way to join a Zoom call with a buddy of mine who does a lot of reselling just to show him how this thing works. Because I was like, dude, this may be a game changer for you. That's all beside the point. I'm not even highlighting some of the favorite parts about the whole tool. But what came with that is because those photos can be taken so well and professionally, the idea is if you're breaking with me, say you're breaking Galaxy this Wednesday when the product releases, if we hit a really big card and it's like, hey, we need that card to go up on for auction that day. Well, the option would be we could actually do that because we can use the Haystack to take those quality pictures that are needed, and then they can have it listed. In the meantime, I'm overnighting them the card so that they'll have it multiple days before that auction ever ended.
Correct. Yeah, it's been awesome. We're actively doing this with Filth Bomb Breaks, with Slab Stocks. Aaron's been great to work with doing this with us, as well as with the guys at Clubhouse Breaks. And so the answer is absolutely yes, we can do it. Really, the only if or condition is that we can connect tomorrow to talk through the logistics of how that happens, Jesse. But yeah, we're happy to do it. And that's what's been great. I mean, Haystack is really out ahead in terms of like having their checklist ready. So they've usually got the full checklist into like their catalog the day before release. So by the time the product comes out, it's matching it. And as I'm sure you've seen when you use it, it's pretty simple. You throw it in there, grab a front and back picture, the app crops it, resizes it, rotates it, runs it through their catalog, matches, creates a title. Like it's great. So
all I have to do is say, oh yeah, that is it. Select next card. It's so easy. Yeah. Now I am prefacing when I say it needs to be a big card, it needs to be like a high hundreds, if not low thousands of dollars for it. Because I'm not going to do this for every $50 card that we get. Like that's going to be a bit of a hassle. But yes, I think that within reason, if we had a big enough card, I would love to be able to do that. Just because, like you said, being first to market is everything with a brand new product. And
absolutely,
this product I think is going to be in very high demand. After looking, I spent literally, I've said this a couple times now, Saturday afternoon for like 7 hours, literally 7 hours, and then Sunday afternoon for like 3 or 4, just getting as many photos from the artist, from the original artwork that's on these cards, just so people can see. Because like since I'm breaking the product, I'm selling the cards by the spot. It's like people want to know, hey, what does the card actually look like? Well, without any images from Topps as of yet, the only way to do that was to find the original art and then post it up online. So I did a lot of that, and I'm like, oh, after seeing some of these cards, I know for a fact there's going to be a lot of demand for this product. So I'm pumped to be breaking it all day on Fanatics Live under Sports Cards Nonsense channel. Come check it out, and when you get your card, whatever card that is, let me know if you want to send it off to DC, and we'll get it overnighted to them.
Yeah. And since you're overnighting to us anyway, the wonderful thing is you rip it on Wednesday. If you ship it on Thursday, still goes up Friday. So they're not waiting long, but that's why we do try to reserve this for just a few cards. We don't want breakers to have to sit there and handle 200 cards before they ever ship to us. So we want to be conscious of your time as well. But yeah, excited to do it. And hopefully people hit big on Wednesday, see some cool cards, and yeah, go from there.
95% payout. Thank you to DCSports87 and Tory Hermens for joining the show. Hey, really do appreciate it. All I'm asking, one last request. I know how much you love Mike and do his breaking styles, but when you finally decide to do a live auction for non-sport, I want to be out there for this product, okay?
He's very jealous, Tory. He's been telling me off camera.
There's a high level of jealousy.
Jesse, I mean, you are my second favorite host of the Sports Cards Nonsense podcast, so I don't understand why you're so insecure.
Oh, that's so good. No, I know. It's just my own vanity. As you can tell, I tried to dress up for you, so obviously.
I appreciate that. Yeah, and clearly you're staying hydrated. I mean, there's Gatorades everywhere. What are we doing here? I see 1, 2, 3. There's like 100 ounces of Gatorade on that table.
Gotta stay
Don't
hydrated,
try
Tory.
and change the subject. Don't think I didn't notice you didn't absolutely say yes to my request. I will be hounding you about this. Just because I know you love Mama does not mean you can't also have Papa in there too. Okay, that's what they call me on the weekends, Papa Jesse. So
You just trying to get me to say that you're also my second favorite non-sport breaker. I mean, I don't know. You're just setting me up for these, Jesse. I don't know what you want me to do.
where's Zach? Get Zach in her. I want to talk to Zach right now. Tory Hermens, thank you very much. I hope you have a great rest of your day. We will see you soon.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys having me. Have a good one.
So there you go. That's a pretty cool special, especially for this product. I do think it's going to be very hot.
I was just checking to see what all the people that have already purchased into your break.
Oh, you were seeing like, has
Yeah.
anybody bought it? And you're like,
Oh yeah, there are a ton of people.
Why are there people?
How many cases are you breaking?
5. I've got 5 cases. Well,
Ooh, baby.
so I agreed. The very first thing we're going to do is we're going to rip a personal. So someone wanted to buy their own case. So we're going to rip a personal on there, and then I've got 4 cases to break.
What's a personal go for?
That's private, and how dare you?
Well, isn't that it's listed, right? Isn't it going to be listed?
So what I sold it for and what the breaks are going for,
So it's
wish
already
I
been
prob-
sold.
yeah, it's already been sold.
Okay,
Yeah,
so we're not going to
kinda
disclose the amount.
Kind of wish I had jacked that price up quite a bit. But that being said, the amount that I put on there, like on the site, was like just in case people saw it and they were like, oh, okay, that seems like roughly what they're going for right now. I put the Dave and Adams price on there. In actuality, it was a good bit less than that. So, your boy's got to be,
You're always
fair.
like giving the people the deals.
I know, maybe too many times, too many deals.
What's
being offered.
what's the character that everyone's looking to purchase? Like, what's the?
Well, that's the thing. That's what's great about this product. You can have a character that's not as big, but the artwork be fantastic, and they're going after it. That's it. They still want the big characters. So the Darth Vaders, the Leias. There's a lot. Actually, the Leia cards, which I will say
Shout out
again,
to Gary Fisher.
those Leias look really good.
Really?
They're going after those. There's one where it's like, it's Padme, Leia, and then Rey.
All together?
Yeah, it's like a 3.
Charlie's
it's a single card, but it's like 3 panels on that card where it shows all 3 of them.
That's pretty cool.
I believe it's like maybe number 100 in the set, like the last card, because it's only a 100 card base set. But it is such a good looking, cool card, and I feel like that's like one of the first ones that's been getting bought. So those are very popular.
So you're not selling the characters; it's the card.
Yeah, you really can't do the characters because, like, again, you don't have like honestly as wide of a gamut of characters in this product as you would in say like a Topps Chrome or something else like that, because those are like specific. They want you to see the character on there. It's sometimes multiple characters. Sometimes it's, characters you don't know anything about, or sometimes it's just a scene from the movie and or show or something like that. But what's cool about it is if you like anime styles, there's going to be some anime artwork in there. If you like something that has a more futuristic look or a more historic look or just more true to life or animated in some other fashion, there's a style probably you'll find a card that you like. And there's characters, I know people who are like, oh, I didn't really like that character until I saw like that artwork, how they drew that person or put them into a scene, and it looked amazing. And then all of a sudden they're starting to collect it. So honestly, the product, the reason why I like it so much is simply for the fact that not only is it cool IP, obviously we like the characters and all that, but it's the artistic vision and the freedom that comes with this product for them to do whatever they want with it. Whether it doesn't have to have been a scene from one of the movies or a TV show. It can be something completely original. Granted, it's not like you're not going to see like Luke Skywalker driving through Burger King drive-through line or something, which granted, that actually, now that I say that out loud, maybe we do need to see a set like that. But no, it's still in their universe, but just something different that you're not used to. And that's why I like that. So anyways, that comes out Wednesday. Check it out on Fanatics Live. Spots are available now. That all being said, we have a couple other Pokemon things. I did want to just give one quick shout out to Lucas Mast, who he wrote a article for SI Collectibles, his top 5 non-sport cards of 2025. The big quad facsimile auto from Disney Sapphire that I pulled that sold for like 30 grand. That card made it in there. He gave a nice little shout out to the Hobby Nonsense crew for pulling that card. So it wasn't number one, but it was in the list.
What was number one?
Actually, I don't want to spoil. I actually thought like, do I tell everybody? No, because I want people to go out and read the article. He wrote the article. He gets benefit from people reading it. Even if you're not going to read it, go out there and find the article and click on it.
What was the Mickey or the quad auto?
The quad auto. I think it was like, I want to say maybe 4.
Okay.
Yeah. So there were some other bigger ones for sure.
These are all
these are public. I think they're all public sales.
These all pay. all based on amounts?
Actually, I don't know.
What is this article based on? His favorites?
No. I think it is based on amounts. But now that you say it, I'm trying to think back if I did actually keep track as I read through. Because, I mean, it's not a long article. And it shows, like, pictures of each one. But I'm trying to think if it did it in order of amount or if it was just, like, maybe some of the biggest cards of different non-sport products.
Gotcha.
Well, either way, it's a cool read.
I'm currently working on a video of my top 10 favorite Pokemon cards of 2025 that have been released.
Oh, really? Oh, cool.
And that is not about amount. But
just your favorites.
My favorites.
Nothing wrong with that at all. That's awesome. That's something you're currently working on?
Yes, sir.
When you'll be having this up on the Hobby Nonsense YouTube page?
It will be out on the Hobby Nonsense YouTube page.
Okay. All right. Well,
Stay
besides
tuned.
looking forward to that, we also, of course, we're still going to be talking up our Batman whip coming soon. I wanted to mention one thing before we talk about Kabutops or Kabuto or all the others. Before we get into that, I just wanted to mention this. So Historic Autographs is a company. We actually had the founder and or president of the show on here a few months ago. He talked about a few of the sets they were working on. They're the ones who have like the Abraham Lincoln cut documents in cards, and they've got historic autographs in their cards, and it's some of the cards are really cool, especially if you're a history buff at all. If you're a father or a grandfather, I feel like this is the set you give to them. But they have something that's kind of interesting to me. I think it's kind of cool, but I also think there's going to be people who don't love it. So it is Send Your Wrappers In. It's a wrapper redemption program for a World War II set that they made. Now, this is the post they have. It says, Historic Autographs is doing another wrapper redemption, this time due to the sensitive nature of the cards in the redemption series. Historic Autographs is very proud of our World War II project, but it's easy to see that we chose to avoid including the leaders of Germany, Italy, and Japan, otherwise known as the Axis powers. It says, history should not be told by whitewashing the horrible acts of the Axis powers. To avoid forcing collectors to open packs with the likes of these men on a card, Historic Autographs created a wrapper redemption program for those who do want to collect the World War II set in its entirety. This 18-card set features 12 high-level Germans, 3 high-level Italians, and 3 high-level Japanese subjects. So you have to basically send in 16 wrappers. You get 1 card of the 18 cards that are featured there. I think it's interesting because, one, I'm
confused.
So they're being kind of PC about how they made this product. World War II.
When did the product come out?
I don't know. World War II doesn't matter. I think it may have been recent, but because that was a screenshot from just recently. Obviously there's not just like the British forces and the American forces, but there was also, like it mentions, the
bad guys.
The bad guys. And it's not bad guys from a movie where we love to collect our Darth Vaders and we love to collect our Red Skulls, but we are talking about, the Mussolinis and the Hitlers and like all the real bad guys. And obviously, to be PC and to probably not offend some, they might not want to have all of those pieces in a collector's set like this. But they don't want to exclude it altogether, so they make an option, a way for you to get those cards. I think I am pro this approach. I'm not saying pro necessarily. I don't know if I really need a Adolf Hitler card on my mantle. However, from a history point of view, it's like, well, someone who collects a bunch of books or things
Yeah.
like that from that time period that talk about Hitler. Talking about the existence of these historic figures does not necessarily condone their actions in any way. It's
Correct.
just, hey, this is part of it, and I want to complete my collection of the storytelling of that part of history. I can appreciate that. The way I'm kind of more curious of what other people think about it. And so when I saw that, because you don't really see that very often where there's like something that controversial in a pretty normal collector's item. So I actually wanted to talk about it here because I was more curious than anything what someone else might think.
So these people, like if you open one of these packs, these people are excluded completely.
You wouldn't
out
see
of
them.
the physical packs.
You would not have it in a physical pack.
But because of what it is, they want to make sure that because it happened.
Yeah.
You know, so you can send in your wrappers, and how many wrappers per?
Oh, I don't know, but it's 16 per to get one card.
To get one of those cards?
Yes, yep.
I
don't know anything about the math, if that's a good value or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's just more of the idea in general is what I wanted to bring attention to.
I'm not mad at that because they have the people's information.
Yeah.
In case they end up doing something weird.
I guess. Yeah.
And then.
Well, yeah. And I don't know what you would even do besides like, if you want to display something of a person, a bad person in history, take 2 seconds and go to Google and take a screenshot. You can easily do these things. So ultimately, my thought was just like, it's just something new that I'm not used to seeing. I just wanted to bring attention to it because it's like, if you're going to do it in a way to make it as PC, but also, attainable as possible, I think that's probably not the worst way to do it.
Yeah. And there's been other sets. I mean, there's the sets with like Osama bin Laden, and there's sets with,
well, there's literally a set about serial killers.
Yeah, I mean,
like remember Addams Family 2, where like there was a card of and she was like collecting cards of serial killers. That's not a fake. Actually, I don't know if the cards in that movie are real or not, but the idea of that set that exists. There are people. In fact, I'm not going to name names, but there may be a certain family member of mine who might have that at least a few cards in one of those sets. So that all being said. I just thought it was like an interesting thing. I wanted to bring it up.
That's wild. I think that's super interesting.
I realized the one thing that we were doing all that research into before the show, I never wrote it down on my notes, so I didn't have a note to talk about it. But
go ahead.
Before we jump to the Pokemon while we're still on the non-sport train.
Yeah.
So at the National this last year, I went to the Leaf booth. I was walking by it really, and I just noticed like, oh wow, there is a really cool, it was like a booklet card of Back to the Future. Mm-hmm. And on one side it had Marty McFly, aka Michael J. Fox's signature, and on the other side it had Biff, it had Mom, why can't I think of her name? It had Biff, it had Doc Brown, and it had Marty's mom. Why? Tell me what her name is before I go any further.
The actress
Lorraine. Lorraine. Oh, wow. That was going to be a real. So
she was
Michael J. Fox on one side, Biff, Doc Brown, Lorraine on the other side. All the actors signed this product. And I was like, wow, that is a really cool card. As a huge Back to the Future fan, I was all about it. And I was like, hey, so when is this coming? Is this the next Pop Century product or what? And he's like, well, there will be some in a Pop Century product. There may be one or two, but it's going to be held over for a bigger product that's coming out later this year. And I believe he even gave me the name at the time, but we now know it officially as Red Carpet. So it's I think it's the Red Carpet Collection is what they're calling this product.
Red Carpet Collection.
It is scheduled to release apparently on December 26th. This is, now that I've seen it, the cards look cool. Don't get me wrong. The cards are looking pretty cool. You have got a lot of bigger names in this. I'm going to read off a few of the cards that you'll see. You got Gal Gadot, Henry Cavill. You've got dual autos from Al Pacino, Michelle Pfeiffer. You've got Uma Thurman, John Travolta. You've got Clueless, Alicia Silverstone, Paul Rudd, Stacey Dash. You got Addams Family, speaking of, Angelica Houston, Christopher Lloyd, Christina Ricci are signing on that one. You've got Harry Potter ones. You've got all kinds of quad, triple. You've got even some cards that have like 5 and 6 autos on there. A nice Lord of the Rings one with Ian McKellen, Liv Tyler, Sean Astin, Elijah Wood, and Rice Davies, or Davis, and whatever, how do you pronounce that? All that being said, really cool looking cards. Awesome to have those autos.
But
there is a but coming. The but.
Oh, snap. Is this right?
Well, I'm guessing you just saw the but. What is the price on that product?
$10K. $9,999.95.
It's a $10,000 box. Now, granted, there are 15 cards.
All autos.
This product. 15 autograph cards, including up to 5. I don't like that it says up to 5. Including up to 5. That could mean 1, but it says up to 5 multi-signed cards. Every card is numbered to 8 or less. That's good. You know, you're not going to get anything out of 30 or higher than that even. It also says 3 incredibly rare cut signature cards or redemptions for signed memorable. 3 incredibly rare cut signature cards or redemptions for signed memorabilia pieces will also be included. And for that, it looks like
I see a hoverboard.
They've got a hoverboard signed, which those go for about $500-$600. At least last time I looked, and maybe it's a little bit more now. They also have like movie posters signed by the actors. So you've got like Captain America: Civil War. You got Avengers: Infinity Wars. You got The Godfather. Multiple like cool pieces of memorabilia signed by people. Those are the redemptions that are going to be in there. They only made 200 boxes, so only 200 people are going to pay $10,000 for this product. If you're someone who breaks with me, I hate to say this, you're not going to be one of them because I'm not going to be breaking the product.
I can get this Saved by the Bell quad auto 1 of 1.
You could absolutely do that.
With you?
So here, no, not with me because I'm not, like I said, not breaking the product. So I say all this.
Come on, Jesse.
Say, I think we all agree those sound like some cool cards, right, Ray? Just take money out of it. Those sound like some cool cards.
This Clueless triple auto with Alicia Silverstone, Paul Rudd, and Stacey Dash.
Yeah, right?
That's pretty dope.
That's pretty cool. The issue that comes down to the overall issue to all of this is resale value. Because unless you are just needing to have that exact design in your collection, the resale value does not seem to be. I don't imagine a world where you could get $10,000 out of that product. And I'm basing this off of just what some of these cards go for. I think there's got to be a way, right? I don't think they would make it if that wasn't the case. But let me just give you some of the top sales of any of the Leaf auto cards. So there are Michael J. Fox cards. There was one, it was a Leaf Metal Quad on-card auto from Back to the Future. It's essentially the same card that sold for $5,000.
Save you $500. $5,000.
So it sold for $5,000. There have been 3 or 4 of those that have sold. The problem is these cards already exist. It's not like the first time they've ever done it. So you're putting cards you've already done with a slightly different design in there, and that one card or that one looks like to the most expensive Leaf cards that have sold that I'm able to find. I just pulled up like eBay sold listings. I looked up Leaf Pop Century just to see some of these autos, and this is what I'm coming up with. The only other cards that have gone for more than that are some Donald Trump graded cards from like 2012 from a Leaf Pop Century product, but I don't think he signed in any of this. So I don't think you have that to look forward to. So now it's like, oh, what are some of the other cards? Like what's an average price on some of these other cards? Well, I mean, you look through and yes, you're going to find some cards that sell for $1,000, but then once the market has seen a few of them, they inevitably just go down from there. Like, yeah, maybe if you're the first to market, you could possibly get a full 10 grand back that you spent on that case. But I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think the cards are cool. I think you're taking a lot of risk on if you're buying it to try and flip and or hope that you hit something really big that's worth the money that you would pay to get into it. I think there's what you'll see inevitably is they'll take the checklists, which I'm sure has, a lot of names on there, a lot of people, and breakers will just sell spots of every name, and there's going to just be a ton of people that skunk. And the people that hit, that's great, because I think that's the only way you could make it affordable. Otherwise, like, what do? Like 15 cards divided by 10,000? Like do some kind of hit draft or something like that?
Insane.
Like that'd be insane. Yeah, you're paying so much money for cards that, just pulling up here, here you go, Robert De Niro and Al Pacino, which I would dare say it's a one of one. It's sold from this year's Leaf product for $1,000. If you got that card, you'd be probably pretty happy. But then the cards start, like, you see some other sales of that card, and it's like, oh, they didn't do quite as much, and that's because there were other versions of it out there. So ultimately, I just wanted to bring the attention to it because someone said that may be the most expensive non-sport box
ever to release.
Just ever to release. And at release, I do think they are absolutely correct. I can't find anything else that at release there was a non-sport box that cost as much as that. Not TCG, but non-sport product.
Dude, I think this has to do with the state of the card collecting hobby as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
This product, what is it? The other product that we talked about of the Polaroids.
Oh, yeah, the photogenic. Yeah.
$300. So, like, I think we're reaching like a peak to where this isn't good.
I don't love that we are at the point where you have to hit the biggest card in a product or maybe a couple of the biggest cards in a product in order to try and break even.
Yeah.
I don't like this at all. That I will completely agree with you. And that's the thing. I truly believe that a lot of companies, not just Leaf, but I think a lot of companies are starting to make products with the intention that this will probably very rarely be bought as a personal. Mm-hmm. It will be sold more than likely in a break where people are going to gamble at the chance to try and hit something big. And that is where it's like, oh, yeah, I happened to hit one of these cards and I only paid $50 for a spot. That's awesome. Well, I mean,
these spots aren't going to be $50.
That's what I mean. Like,
even then, if you hit something that's awesome, you're probably going to have to share it with somebody else.
Exactly.
Because it's a quad auto. Like the cool ones are the ones with like 3 or 4 signatures on it.
Yeah. I mean, if they'd have to sell 200 spots. Maybe the checklist has 200 different people in there, but the fact that there's, like we said, there's only 200 cases. I mean, there's not going to be that many people in there unless you're counting the people that are on cards where they have multiple autos. And if that's the case, it's like awesome. I just hit the Mark Paul Gosselaar in this break. Well, the Tiffany Amber Thiessen was bought by someone else, and we just got a dual auto with our favorite Saved by the Bell characters, but I just lost the random that they had to do in order to give it away. So it's like, we're in a weird place with the hobby and how a lot of this stuff goes. And yeah, things like this, I just want to at least bring attention to it. Because I think the cards look cool. I think what the cards are very cool. I just don't know if $10,000, you know what I would much rather have had is just put these into the Pop Century product. I mean,
just throw one in there.
But you're already making tons of this. And yes, I know I'm going to end up getting, multiple boxes with characters from 1970s TV shows.
What's the most expensive like sports product?
Oh, National Treasures maybe, or Flawless?
What does that usually go for?
Some of those boxes, because there's usually it's like a 2-box case or something. Something's like 10,000 at issue, maybe 20. I can't remember exactly.
10 or 20,000.
Yeah.
But this is like an occurring thing. Like every year, there's like a new Flawless. There's a new.
And it depends on class and stuff like that. But yeah, there are products like that. In fact, I'm sure I'm forgetting something else that has maybe even a higher value. But that's typically what comes first to mind.
Okay,
most
so it's
expensive.
not rare to see prices this high
In cards, yeah. But I mean, again, a lot of
for
those
a new product like.
Yeah, well, and a lot of times when these products come out where they are that expensive, there are cards like that have like gemstones, diamonds, and then pieces of precious metals. Like
Dinosaur fossils.
Well, I don't know how precious. I mean, that I would love it, but yeah, I don't see any of. There's no inclusion of that in here. So, yeah,
I wonder how much they have to pay some of these actors to get.
Well, that's the thing. I'm sure it costs a lot. I mean, I know like
Al Pacino and Michelle Pfeiffer on one card is crazy.
Yeah, I. Here's the problem though. I do wonder if you're getting the value that they're charging.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you can resell that card for what they charge you for those autos. I don't know. I don't know what those individuals, and it may be like when it's, oh, I wonder if these are on card. I don't.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're.
I think they're sticker autos. I think they're
which is even worse. It's so bad.
The fact that it's sticker autos,
and then the design of the car. It's.
I will say the box looks cool. You open it, and it's got LED lights in it, and it's like a hard box.
It better be.
It's all red carpet, hence the name. So yeah, it's again. There's some cool things about it, but I just put out a warning to anybody who's thinking they're gonna buy a box and get their money's worth.
I'm curious to see what breakers charge per,
dude,
or if anybody's even gonna touch it.
I'm sure they will. Oh, I'm sure they will.
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, the photogenic product sold out, and someone posted in the non-sports cards nonsense group like one of the rock ones. They got like the rock Polaroid, which was like advertised in both the auction and when they were making this product. So I mean, that's awesome that they got that. That person got an awesome card, but the guy who got like the, I don't know, guy from Alias who signed the card, which here's the thing, I shouldn't even say that. The guy who I'm thinking of is an actual card collector. I can't think of his name off the top of my head.
I've never seen Alias.
It doesn't matter, but the bottom line is be wary. There you go. That's all there is. Pokemon updates, new sets, and something about Kabuto. Tell me what's going on, Ray.
Where do you want to start?
Kabuto, because I took a screenshot of Logan Paul yelling about not winning a Kabuto King card.
Kabuto King has been going on since I think August.
Okay.
Kabuto King, just a normal dude. Just like you and me.
Everyday King dude.
Just you and me has been purchasing these first edition Kabuto cards. And then just started
like
a collection.
They're expensive cards?
No. They're like I think they were like 30 cents, 40 cents, something.
Can we
like
just
that.
appreciate how crazy that in my mind that's crazy. Like you've got cards that are first edition Pokemon cards that go for nothing.
Well, there's so many of them.
I guess that's the real issue.
I did read an article for every and I'm gonna get the number skewed. For every hollow in that fossil set, because that's where the Kabuto came out of.
Okay.
For every hollow, I think there's like 5,000 or 10,000 of a common card.
Wow.
Does that make sense?
Of a common card. So
and
for
a
every
Kabuto
hollow,
is a common.
There's 5. Do we know how many hollows are in there?
I do.
Okay.
You
It's
can
somewhere
find
out there, but you know it. Okay.
Yeah. So for that being said, there's a lot of them out there.
Okay.
And so he just started collecting them, and he's been posting it on X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it for a long time. And finally he made this post and kind of got some traction. It got like 11 million like views on it. And then that's when things started going up in price. Like, I don't think he got in it looking for a pump and dump scheme.
Gotcha.
Like a lot of people do.
Sure.
It got noticed, it got traction, and then that's when the price started to increase. And there's, you can buy the graded copies on eBay and all that stuff, which have gone, I don't even know what a Kabuto is going for right now. I'm sure it's probably like 40 or $50.
A graded or a raw?
Let's go with raw.
Okay.
I just want to see the history on that first edition fossil Kabuto.
So let's see. 1997 Mystery of Fossils Kabuto from Pokemon. Are they Japanese or is it English?
English.
Okay. So let me see. I'm going to take out Japanese here. A raw Kabuto looks like last sold for $1.13.
$1.13.
So it tripled in value, a little over tripled in value.
I think at one point it was a little more, like a Nearman copy was a little more.
Well, that's the thing. I was going to say This one says Kabuto Fossil First Edition Pokemon TCG common card. Near mint is $36.99.
That makes a lot more sense because, like, again.
Oh, you know what? I didn't even look at it. That was a Japanese one. It didn't say Japanese.
Okay,
I
gotcha.
didn't pull it up to zoom in.
But there
So
is
the
a lot
English
of
ones.
there is a lot of nuance when you're collecting vintage cards. You know, the quality of the card, near mint, moderately played, heavy played, damage, like all that all that is in an account to know how much the card is going to be worth.
Okay.
Right? So Kabuto King, going back to Kabuto King, started collecting these cards. His post got some steam, and then a lot of people started collecting them, selling them, or whatever. So I guess to negate or give back, he signed a Kabuto card. That was him. Put a little crown on our boy Kabuto.
He signed it like Kabuto King, didn't he?
Kabuto King, and then he auctioned it off on I don't think it was eBay. I can't remember where the auction was.
I'll see if I can find it. Yep.
And it sold for $51,000, going to charity to St. Jude's.
Oh, it was eBay. It was $51,000, and that's cool. I think that's really cool that he would do that. Like where the card, he's noting his own notoriety and fame, and he's taking advantage in the best positive way that he could, which is give to charity. Yeah. So very cool that he did that.
This is a meme. This whole situation is a meme. I think there was and there still is, if you want to look this up too, Jesse, a Kabuto coin that was made when all this started, like a crypto.
Oh, like a crypto coin.
Yeah, like a crypto coin. And I think it's like $30-something a coin or something. Don't quote me, but
let's see. Live Coin Watch. There is a Kabuto coin. It is not $30.
What is it?
It's a fraction of a penny. It looks
okay.
like.
There we go. That makes sense.
So it is 0.4 of a penny right now. The all-time high, however, was about triple that or so. It was about 1.2 pennies worth. The real thing that I'm noticing is the overall market cap, which is like how much money has gone into this. Over $4 million has been spent on the coin. So that is more interesting to me. And then in the last hour, it's gone up 5%. So I'm not saying buy this, buy some but I'm thinking about buying Kabuto. I don't know what platform you would even buy it on, but I'll find out so I can buy it.
So yeah, I guess I don't know this meme card or people that are collecting.
On Friday, I'm messaging
took
Ray.
A life of its own.
I'm telling Ray, get on. I want you to like make a post about this. Like say something about this because you're staunchly against it. First off, which makes sense because you're saying it's like essentially going to crash because it's just a meme buy right now. But that's what I was like. I wanted you to make this, and I don't know. I feel like content like that is very interesting because everybody else was saying like, oh, you got to go get your Kabuto cards. I want you to be out there telling people, stop what you're doing.
Okay, I hear you.
Stop what you're doing.
I just don't want, I hate like feeding into.
I gotcha.
Like if you're not part of this hobby.
If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem.
Yeah, and you hear all these talking heads out there and they're like, do this or do that. Buy into the Kabuto and check out what's going on here. And it's like, guys, come on. Let's take a breath here.
Okay. All right. So besides the Kabuto news, what else is going on?
New Pokemon mail promo is coming out soon.
Mail, like, because I'm a guy, I can get it?
No.
Oh.
Like mail, like post office.
Got it.
All as we all know, the notorious Van Gogh Pikachu.
Yes.
You were able to get in the museum, but people were like stomping on kids and stuff like that.
As they should.
So they decided that once you purchase something from the Pokemon Center over $30, you could possibly get this promo card in the mail.
You're talking about the Van Gogh one, or
the Van Gogh Pikachu?
Oh, that's how I got mine.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there is a new mail-in promo. It's not a mail-in promo. We don't know what it's going to be.
Oh.
I know that in the past it was the Van Gogh Pikachu. We have a special delivery Charizard, special delivery Pikachu, special delivery Bidoof. Those are 3 other ones that you could
Is Bidoof like a dog?
Bidoof is like a beaver.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about. Okay.
So, yeah. So that's coming soon, and people are going to go nuts.
So they don't even know what it looks like yet. But we
don't even know what it is.
How do you even know that this is a thing?
It's reported. It's coming.
Oh, okay. So it is a fact that there will be, if you, now again, when you say mail, is it the same thing where if I buy something off Pokemon Center,
Correct.
I can get one of these cards?
Correct.
Do we know if it's like one of these where it will be released somewhere else, like the Van Gogh card was first?
No, it'll be
strictly.
It'll be like the special delivery Bidoof, the special delivery Charizard,
Okay.
special delivery Pikachu.
Is this a cash grab?
No, because it's free.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a promo.
But I mean, like, it's still encouraging people to go to their site and buy stuff.
Correct, and people are going to do it anyways.
The only thing is, I wouldn't normally buy anything from Pokemon Center unless there are cards, and that's the thing. Every time they put cards on the site, it's a mad rush to get them. You have to wait in line for however long, and then you hope that they still have them by the time you get through the checkout process. So honestly, if you told me right this moment that card was available, if I bought something, I'd go on here, find something $30 or whatever the price was, and try and buy it. But I would not have bought it if it weren't for that.
But here's
and
the thing:
therefore,
when
someone could say
when these other promos were
cash grab
coming out, those the old ones, you were able to go on there and purchase Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
So just because Pokemon cards are sold out right now on the Pokemon
You're
Center,
thinking maybe they add some more cards?
No, I'm saying that this isn't a cash grab because the history shows that when Pokemon cards were on there, people were able to purchase Pokemon cards, and then you get the promo. Now you're saying that because they're out, I have to go on there and purchase something that I would not normally purchase. And you're calling it a cash grab.
I am. Yep. You've defined it perfectly. Are you disagreeing with what I'm saying?
I don't think it's a cash grab at all. I think that
you don't think it's a cash grab, but you also don't think that Pokemon would ever deal with Topps because they don't need the money.
They don't. That's not my argument. My argument for that is that they will never do it because dude, Pokemon is so protected.
No, go back, finish that sentence. I want to know what your argument is if it's not because they don't need the money.
They don't need the money.
That's what your argument is.
They don't need the money.
It's okay. I
the way
that
everyone
that's your argument. I love
the
that
way
you care.
that everyone thinks about Pokemon is not the way, like companies in general. That's not the way Pokemon thinks.
I will say, like
they could literally they have been screwing us by releasing the same game for such a long time. That's essentially like a cash grab. They don't need the money.
So what wait, hang on. You're contradicting a couple
I am
of things
contradicting. I am.
Because you just said they're screwing you by releasing the exact same game over and over. You know what? It doesn't matter because here's what it breaks down to me in my mind is Ray is such a passionate Pokemon fan. It means so much to him besides the resell and the flipping or the collecting of it. It's like the characters and just the whole Pokemon community means so much to him that he doesn't want to see it tainted or sullied by being sold out or going to somewhere where he feels like it could be diluted down. And I am okay with that. Are you okay?
I'm okay with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
No serialized cards.
Granted, there's no real factual information that he's given, and that's beside the point. Okay.
I do. Another thing is though, Pokemon there's 3 different companies that kind of like.
The Game Freak.
The Game Freak and like Pokemon International, and then you have the Pokemon Trading Company.
Yeah.
Like all 3 of those companies have to get together to make a decision. And then if the decision that they make is not in best interest to all 3 of them, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So it could be one of those things like there are too many cooks in the kitchen kind of thing. That's kind of why the reason like all the video games have kind of been the same because they're like, oh, should we do this? Should we do this? And it's like, oh, let's just kind of give them the same thing and add new Pokemon and
I gotcha.
Whatever the case.
Okay.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of situation.
Was there anything else on the Pokemon?
Ascended Heroes is coming out.
Oh, yeah.
Ascended Heroes coming out in January. This set is going to be a banger.
Oh, you think so?
Oh, it's going to be great.
Is there a set that's come out recently that you have not predicted to be a banger, though?
I told Phantasmal Flames this was going to be a banger.
I thought you did think Phantasmal Flames.
I like the Charizard card in it, but I thought overall the set was very mid.
Okay.
I thought Journey Together was mid.
Yeah, it was mid.
And this one's going to be the banger. It's going to be our first specialty set of the year of 2026, and recently in the new block, of the new Mega Evolutions block, there's going to be 22 special illustration rare cards. We have seen, as of today, we have seen 19 of the 22.
Is it Dragonite that everyone's going after?
Dragonite is one of the mega Dragonite is one of the special illustration rares that are coming out of that set. Another one, the Mega Gengar, which is fire.
Yeah.
And just today, Japan is releasing a new set that has a Pikachu card in it that is going to be special illustration Pikachu card in the new set. It is fantastic.
Is there a... Well, I guess Raichu. Is there a Mega Raichu or anything?
There is in the new game the DLC for it. It's so confusing. You'll be able to evolve a Mega Raichu into 2 different Raichus.
Oh,
yeah,
really? Does it like just depend on like
it's like a Z and A kind of situation.
Okay.
Yeah, but
That's interesting. All right. Here's the thing. I have been tempted recently to...
Here's the Pikachu card.
Oh, he's precious. He's in the forest. I've been tempted to download Pokemon Go again. The problem is I literally have to take it off my phone because I end up with a problem. Like I'm on it constantly. And
have you ever spent money on Pokemon Go?
A lot of money. Yep. I will fully admit that. Yes, I have. I've needed balls. I've needed... Cut that. I've needed
Pokeballs.
I've needed all kinds of things in the moment, and I was like,
Did you get
I can't wait. I need this. I'm paying for it.
Did you get anything physically from you purchasing in
Is
game?
that possible? Do people get physical things?
I mean, you can.
Like what? What do you get?
Pokemon can create a whole new trading card game with another company that they could half the profits with.
Are you describing Tops right now?
But instead, you can go on an app and purchase something that doesn't exist, and they still get money, and they get 100% of the profits on that.
Or devil's advocate. Let me throw in a third option. They do both.
They don't need.
No, they don't need that money.
They don't need.
They only need the money that comes from.
Why
the
would
app.
you share? Why would you share your profits with another company?
I won't do this again. All right. I think that's about it, unless you've got anything else.
5 years down the road, when we're still doing this podcast,
absolutely,
and we have a full-on staff and people
come and kiss our toes because that's what we've paid for.
And J. Crew Jesse is looking very dapper, and we're gonna come back to this conversation, and you're gonna be like, Ray, you're right, or I'm gonna say. I told you, Ray, and you're like, oh, it can still happen, Ray. When Sarah Natacheni's autograph is in another product,
I do think you're right. I do think you're right that it's not going to happen.
It's not ever going to happen.
But I'm not saying it's because of the reasons that you are giving. However,
what would be the reason?
No, we're not doing
the reasons.
What
is that from?
If you want to, I don't know. What is it from?
I don't know.
Oh,
that's why I asked you.
Oh, hey, I just said this thing. Can you tell me what it's from? Yeah, it's from you just saying.
Well, your mind works in a mysterious way.
It's true. Sometimes I would have gotten it. I did not get it this time. I haven't drinking enough of my lime cucumber pepino limon. Pepino limon.
That's
is that close?
Italian.
We
went from French.
Oh yeah, that was more Italian. A pepino limon.
Pepino limon
with the mozzarella.
We have just
jumped the shark. I think that's the term.
I don't think so.
It's definitely the term.
Okay. We need to open a box of.
We do. So for all of those who would love to listen to this, I'm sorry, but you can watch this by tuning into YouTube. All that being said, thank you all very, very much. We do appreciate you.
Shout out to DCSports87.
Of course.
95% commission.
What is it? 95% payout on any of your Star Wars Galaxy cards from this week's product. I don't know when that's going to stop, by the way. They did not give me a hard cutoff. So I will have 5 cases that I am ripping on Wednesday on Fanatics Live.
So by the time you're listening to this,
yes,
because you woke up,
you went
you grabbed your phone, you press play.
You said to yourself, "Oh, I'm so glad I'm listening to this and not thinking about Topps trying to get a Pokemon deal." Because that'll never happen.
Yes, that will never happen. And then you go on Fanatics Live, and J. Crew Jesse is breaking Star Wars Galaxy.
That's what's going to happen. In fact, I'm actually going to see if we can't get this episode to release on Tuesday afternoon instead of Wednesday morning, just to give everybody a little heads up, a little preparedness. So,
I didn't even mention we have we're giving away some packs on the YouTube channel of a YouTube video that we just filmed.
Oh, the Pokemon video.
The Pokemon pack. So if you guys want some really nice vintage packs.
What are the names of that? What's the name of that product again?
It's just like a
At
mystery
Walmart?
pack of MJ Holdings, third party.
Guys, if you find the MJ Holdings mystery packs of Pokemon cards, apparently they are worth the $7 that you're paying for them.
Very much so.
Because what did you get?
Ooh, we got.
You know what? No spoilers.
Yes,
If
no
you want to
spoilers.
Know,
Watch the video.
go watch the video and
YouTube
enter to
channel.
win so you can get the packs. That
We're
he
giving
pulls,
away
'cause
all
they
the
are-
packs.
Let's just say they are worth more than $7 on average. And
I would say over $300 in value.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
How many did you have? How many packs?
like 6 or 7.
Jeez. That's
good
insane.
packs.
That's absolutely insane. Okay, so there you go. Go check out Hobby Nonsense YouTube. Subscribe, like, because I know I say it every single time, but it really does mean a lot. The numbers continue to increase on all platforms. We have not grown stagnant at all as of yet, which is kind of weird to me. Like, I feel like, I see SCN leveling off here and there at times because we've been doing it for a long time, and that's okay because it's got a very big audience. But it is so awesome to see Hobby Nonsense continuing to grow pretty significantly on pretty much every platform. So
I have
you.
seen a lot of people saying a lot of kind words about me. They said the show is so much better than now that I'm on it.
I did actually
And
see that.
I
I didn't know if that
appreciate
was a
it.
slight at me or not, but I have seen that comment.
I do appreciate everybody that is saying
showing
kind
the love.
words. Yeah.
Now, what do you think about the people who said things about your argument?
Oh, they're
I hate those people.
They're
They're
dead. To
dead.
me.
They're dead. All right. So all that being said, thank you guys again. Keep your eyes out for the Batman video on YouTube as well, so you can get yourselves all the hits that we're about to pull out of this hobby box. Thank you to Upper Deck again for sending it over, and we will see you guys next week on the next episode.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. So here's the thing. I'm going to continue to film this, I guess. So in fact, if you're watching on YouTube, we're still going. Go get the camera.
You don't want to cut it?
No, let's just keep going. This will just, well, I guess, should we do this in a separate video?
Yeah. So
Oh,
like
okay.
Shane has.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
So I will go ahead and stop it there.